The Finance Minister has presented the Union Budget 2022-23. Since yesterday, you must have watched a lot of TV channels giving their own interpretations of the budget. But how will the attractive proposals and huge allocations announced by the government in the budget will affect your personal life? To get a correct measure of the budget, we take a pragmatic approach. So, let's meet the characters of Just This Dream. The first story was on Arvind. His wish from the budget was if the government could somehow leave some money in his hand during tough times like lockdown. He had also wished for some relief package via the E-shram portal. But around 25 crore people registered on the E-shram portal have been left disappointed. Sudhir, who works as a farmer, had wished that the government makes some permanent arrangement for purchase of crops at MSP. He had also wished for an increase in the Kisan Samman Nidhi scheme. But both his dreams were quashed this time. The money that has been allotted for purchasing crops is also lesser than what was allotted in the previous budget. Plus, the allotment for the Kisan Samman Nidhi scheme was also not raised. Moreover, the budget has also neglected self-employed people like Sujit, who has a catering business. This means he will have to continue to struggle against all odds. But we have to admit that small-scale size entrepreneurs like Jatin Shah did get something in the budget. Jatin can get credit at lower rate to run his business. The government has proposed to set up a trust to aid the backbone of our economy, the MSME sector. The budget doesn't have anything for people like Manmohan, who runs a mid-sized company in Manasa. Om Prakash, who's a senior citizen, had wished that the government launch such a scheme that would fetch relatively higher return on investment. But his wish too remained unfulfilled. Agra's Ravi Prakash's wish of getting increased tax deduction under Section 80C has also remained unfulfilled. The government has also not raised income tax limit in the budget. Jaipur's E-shram had also wished for lower securities transaction tax while buying and selling shares in the stock market. But the finance minister didn't even utter a word on this matter. Although we can say at least that the government didn't announce anything in the budget that could upset the mood of the stock market. Hyderabad's Narasimha, who had lost his job because of the lockdown, wanted the government to give some help to companies to avoid job cuts. The government should have announced some scheme under which people would not lose jobs during circumstances like lockdown. Even if somebody loses his job, then the government should make arrangement for his sustenance. But the government didn't come out with any such schemes to provide relief to people. Hamirpur's Vipul, who had become a graduate with an engineer's degree, didn't get a job. He had wished that the government should have restructured his education loan like it did for farmers and small-size industrialists. But he was also left disappointed with the budget. Everybody had wished that at least the expense we incur to meet our daily needs should have been reduced. But the government didn't even discuss such issues. However, the large-size borrowing programs can definitely add fuel to the inflation fire.